So,
static.
this apart, the problem with calisthenics, in my opinion, is that episode number 12 of Road to Success, a lot of buzz. Today, it's going to be a normal talk between me and Mirand, and it's going to be about a calisthenic topic that in the last period, it's really, really discussed, let's say. From every single athlete, there is discussion about this topic.
Yeah, okay. But let's start about talking the competition, the calisthenics competition, and how it's working. And then we will keep talking about this topic.
Okay. What is actually happening with calisthenic competition? Where do you want to start? Because I can talk about 1,000 things about calisthenic competition. Yeah. What do you mean exactly?
Let's talk about how it's now, how it's getting now, how
about
it's evolving. What? About the competition they're taking in America, they're taking...
Okay. What is actually the situation?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we are seeing a development of calisthenics that was just developed in the past in Europe. And now we are seeing a lot of people actually pushing calisthenics. And it's also landing in America, that it's like the new world.
Yeah.
As always, when America starts, it will play big, let's say.
Yeah, let's play really big.
Exactly.
Because until now, the calisthenics competition was something really little, just athlete going.
A small niche, already small niche.
And you had to pay for the travel, you had to pay for everything, and then your prize was just a title. Or
yeah,
that
but
you
also
won
if you reach the
something.
first place and you win 1,000...
It was like nothing.
It's nothing, you know.
In America, the competition was like hosted by the World Calisthenics World, I think, and they paid for the travel, for all the expense. They paid all the athletes to compete, and they also gave them a prize for the one who won. Mm-hmm. So it was like one of the best events they ever did
till now,
and it took part in America. They're also doing now one in Europe, just Europe. It's like Calisthenics Europe Federation, and it's hosted by like 12 countries, and it will take part in Amsterdam.
Okay,
it's crazy.
Interesting.
And they are really doing something big because it's in 3 days, 3 different sports: freestyle, weightlifting, in Europe, freestyle, street lifting, and endurance.
Endurance. Okay, so no static. Of course.
Yeah, no static. Yeah.
Because that's the worst part of calisthenics, static. The things that me and Mirand we don't practice at all.
Yeah, just static.
This apart. The problem with calisthenics, in my opinion, is that the things that impress people are actually really easy, and the things that doesn't impress people are the most difficult. Because you do full planche and people do, okay. You do like human flag. Oh my God, you are like Jesus. My God, you can walk in the air. It's crazy. Yeah, so that's the biggest problem, because you need public that it's gonna be engaged with the competition to actually make the sport for everyone. But I don't understand why calisthenics is not actually already the best sport in the world, just because everyone can actually practice calisthenics. That's the best side of it. Because
they can practice it and they can get really, really strong. Like now, more people are trying calisthenics, and they're seeing the beauty of it. Because you can start by nothing and then get really strong. Even an Olympian from artistic gymnastics, how can I say it, was impressed by a calisthenics athlete trying gymnastics, because he was incredibly strong. And this is crazy, because it just started with push-up and those stuff, and you can just make yourself stronger, and it's really
also crazy because gymnastics start with, really the best gymnastics start with 3-4 years old. Calisthenic athlete that we have now, that we see in championship, they started with 16, if you are lucky, 17, 18 as well. Because for example in Italy the best athlete are 25, they started 7 years ago, 8 years ago. So that's the elite at the moment.
Yeah,
the thing is changing.
The elite of calisthenics now is really old, but it's getting better. More athlete at the age of 20, 21, 22 is getting better and stronger. But most of the elite of calisthenics, they are really old. Really, really old.
One of the most difficult thing that I think one day it's gonna bring this to really create like gymnastic, 4 different style of calisthenics, it's that everyone have his own leverage, and that makes difficult to actually give a right value to push, pull, eventually balance, eventually freestyle skill. Because we see with our eyes, it's crazy how can a skill be more difficult for a person and way more easy for another one. Because, for example, take me and Mirand. Front lever hold, front lever pull up. Enjoy.
Like it's really crazy because for the calisthenics, if you do front lever pull up, is an advanced skill. It's crazy strong, incredible, really good move. And then it's the front lever hold that can be achievable by everyone.
Exactly.
So,
but front lever pull up, it's an evolution. Yeah, it's the next step of front lever hold.
And it's really, really difficult. So logic says that if I can do front lever pull up, I can really have a good hold in front lever.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's a basic mentality, the person that didn't actually approach calisthenics. From outside, it looked like this.
Yeah, that's true. But actually, Khalil can hold the front lever really long, more than me, and I can hold it like for less time, even for the strength that I have in the pull. Like this is really strange,
and I cannot do actually one front lever pull up with right form. If I go front lever full, I hold 1 second and then I should pull, I'm not able to. But for example, front lever one arm, I'm able to do it. He's not able to do it.
I'm not even able to do it. Like I just put my hand and then I just fall down. And I train it a bit. I trained it a lot, but it was crazy. Like instead for Kali was really, really easy.
I tried like 1 week and I did it. Of course I need to clean it up, but that's already still a lot, And about planche, we see a lot of people struggling with holding 3-second planche. That for us it's not a problem, but they do presses like they're doing nothing,
Yeah.
And we still, presses are one of these exercises that we really don't understand the key that we're missing, because actually we do everything that other people does, it's really difficult. The leverage, it looks like impossible.
Yeah.
After the first one, it becomes so difficult.
Yeah, for some people they can like do 2, 3, 4 of them and maybe grind all of them. Like you can see the effort they put in it.
Already the first one is
already the first one is like it seems like he can do it, but then he does like 3 or 4 of it. Meanwhile, we can like hold the planche really well. We do one and then we are over. Like you go down in the perfect position, and it's really strange.
I think that in the future, like in 20 years from now, if calisthenics is gonna be really a thing, they're gonna divide really everything. They're gonna divide weighted, pull, push, eventually one championship that include everything, and freestyle.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about that. But
me neither. I just come in my mind. Yeah. Because actually, I was...
That's a really good point right now.
Try to imagine. Because people are forced to train the things where they're not good at it just because of the competition.
Yeah.
But the most craziest people are just developing one single element, For example, there are people that train just planche, crazy in planche, not good in front lever.
Not even a hold in front lever.
Exactly. And there is also the opposite, because I see a lot of calisthenic athletes that till 2 months ago, they were like super bad in push, but they were really good in pull. And now they are starting to actually be better in push, but compared to the highest push level, it's like 0.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's never gonna be impressive, because this person is actually switching the focus on push to become mediocre, in the middle way, like the average, but at the same time he's losing potential in pull because he's not actually focusing on push.
Yeah.
On pull because he's really strong.
And this is also a problem of the calisthenics community. Right now, it's like splitted in people that say planche is harder, front lever is harder, this is harder, blah 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 blah. But that's like all different. Like why you should say that 2 different moves should be one harder and the other one easier? That's make no point. We can say that for sure planche is harder than normal front lever.
Yes, the basic movement.
It's really like it's that's it,
But there are people, I think, in the world that approach and get first planche than front lever.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but there are some people.
But
now, in the average, it's more difficult.
Now people are also starting to bring the front lever at a really high level,
And
some front lever wide with straight arm, pull to the bar,
Pull, stuff like that, crazy.
This is crazy. And like Kali said, I think also they will like split all of this.
One day it's a must.
Like for us, they should already split freestyle and static.
Yeah, that's a must, but now,
like even if they do they combine the both of them.
Yeah, because combo are really nice. But
they should also divide it at the end, like the stronger in freestyle, the stronger in static, and then the best that
overall. Yeah, because really. Do you know the point that calisthenic static and calisthenic freestyle are really completely different way of training? There is nothing combined. For freestyle, you don't need even to do a pull-up, mostly. Because I've seen a lot of kids not able to do a pull-up where they were able to do 360 and even more. Because backflip, that's not okay. You just need to grab the bar. Of course, if you're gonna go to advanced move, you need endurance, you need strength, you need whatever you want. But it's mainly parkour. It's not calisthenics. That's my opinion, of course.
We tried both. We actually do more static because
we like it more.
Yeah,
At least I do.
No, we like more static for sure because we started with this in Italy and forever. But here we also tried the 360, the backflip, all of this stuff. We also learn it, so we can actually say it. Not just because we do static, we're saying that freestyle is just easier. But we actually tried it because if I want to learn the planche or the front lever or anything else, it will take me really a long time. I have a lot of effort and you actually have to get stronger. Meanwhile, for the freestyle, you just have to learn, let's say, the technique.
If I do a freestyle training and I open all my hand, I cannot train planche for a week.
Exactly, that's also a point. And for freestyle, you not just learn the technique, you have to learn the technique, let's say. But maybe you can do it in 1 day, I can do it in 7 days, you can do it in a month.
There are people that don't even try, just do it.
Yeah, they just do it. Like we saw some of our friends starting doing calisthenics and they took like 2 days to learn the 360.
Yeah,
and they still
2 days for 540.
And they also still training the static and still don't have like anything, let's say.
But that was crazy because in competition they were almost of the same point of us, you know. We were attached to the leaderboard. And that makes no sense because I trained since years, okay? And this person was training 2 days. So she was actually playing, but this person was actually really able to do a lot of things. And the things that I hate about freestyle, in my opinion, I love freestyle, okay? To watch it. Of course, it's impressive, whatever you want. But in my opinion, the kind of injury that you have, it's a little bit more different. Because, yes, you can injure yourself from a moment to another, doing a festo, doing planche, but I've seen some injuries in freestyle that they were really not having any control of it, and also in competition. We have a story of a guy that was doing Supra 360, the one I think it's like this.
No,
right?
the Supra front flip row grab.
No, he was training for it, but he didn't catch, and the competition was doing Supra, and he just went forward. When he switched the grip, he missed the bar, he fell on the ground with the shoulder like this, he broke both his shoulders, something like that. And that's crazy, because if it happens to me, I have nothing... I don't have anything in my life, you know? It's a different kind of injury.
Exactly. In static, you can, let's say, control it. You know what you're going to forward. You know if I train planche for sure, maybe I can injure my shoulder, but I know it. I can injure my biceps, and it's because of the training. And I think you feel it. Meanwhile,
I think people are just they're warm. They ignore it a little because they want to grind, but I think you feel a strange feeling, because sometimes I feel something strange and I stop.
Yeah.
And I think this feeling, if you actually grind...
And you are controlling this.
Exactly.
But in, let's say in freestyle, if you try to do a backflip regrab and you miss it, or maybe you just turn back, I don't know.
It's a distraction.
And then you can also break your neck and all of this stuff. So it's, in this sense, it's much more difficult, but at the same time, it's not optimal for...
And in my opinion, with freestyle, calisthenics lose the key of it. That you can... What's the difference between gymnastics and calisthenics? Yeah, move or whatever, but gymnastics you need a gym. Yeah. Calisthenics is born as a street workout, and you can actually train it everywhere. I love the idea of people training at home without even parallels. On the ground, no one cares, push up. If you train every day, hands and stuff, you will actually land it, you know? So the problem is that with freestyle, you cannot train at home. Yeah. And also if you have a park, yes, you can, but it's really dangerous.
Yeah.
You need to buy 10,000 matras, because I've seen people really flying away from the bar for like 5 meters because they slept in a bad way and they could actually kill someone like a bullet.
Yeah, we also have video trying to do freestyle stuff and losing the grip, falling on the ground, all this stuff. So you actually need a place, a gym to go and train there.
A gymnastic gym, it's perfect for freestyle. Yeah. In fact, the best athlete in Switzerland in freestyle are actually training in a gymnastic gym. That's the point.
That's where you can get better in a safe place, but this is really lose the sense of it, because we don't have any gym near us. So for me, would be go until
40
the gym,
kilometers, 2 hours,
go back, train, do, and this lose the sense of calisthenics. Let's say
at least for us, that's our opinion, and I think in the future it's gonna be separated, two different sports.
And if it will not be, I think it will be a good idea.
Try to imagine for the bodybuilder must do backflip on stage.
Yeah.
Why?
For what reason?
Bodybuilder, it's like the hugest person in the world. Perfect. Calisthenics, the person that fight the gravity, but not flipping. You need to fight with the strength.
Yeah, I'm not wrong. it's not working, you know, it's make any sense for me. But imagine if they do like a front lever competition, a plunge competition, all of this stuff. Let's say make endurance for front lever pull up
L
or
for
endurance.
L for one.
Yeah,
L for
Onizuka as well.
Yeah.
But or for plunge push up, you know, it would be crazy. Like really bringing the calisthenics, but also, you know, combo and all this stuff for sure.
But you know, the last thing that I want to talk about really fast that I want to go through, it's actually what do you think about this? How many points, for example, they give to pull? How many points they give to push? Because you know a lot of push athletes are upset, and then pull athletes say, okay, but we are actually learning push move, but you're not learning pull moves, blah blah blah.
Yeah, you know, that's really, it seems like a fight of personal thing. It's not anymore a competition, you know. So the child that cries the most get a rule change the rules, and so it gets wrong. But that's not a point.
We will see what is going to happen, and we're gonna talk about this topic, I think, few times. Because it requires a lot of time. We're gonna bring maybe some other athlete to talk about it, and this episode was a little bit longer because it touched us in first person, because actually we are doing competition, we have done competition in the past, and we know a lot of people that are actually competing, and we also heard feedback from Daniel Iristov that it's a world champion, and he said that actually also in his opinion they should separate the two things, because you cannot become the best. You can become the best, but then you are limited, you know. Someone that is gonna isolate the work is gonna be better than you. In this case, you know, in just this
and this is something that we really know, you know, it's our sport, we do it every day, and it's something that we can talk about it in this.
What we can say, focus on what you love, at least for the moment.
And try to be the best.
Exactly, and if you want to do money with it, at the moment competition are anyways useless. Because are not gonna be helpful for fame, are not gonna give you money. So the best thing is to do what you love. Use social media, because they're really important in this era, because it's everything based on social media. And if you really put your heart in it, your love, you're gonna actually be able to achieve what you want doing what you love. But it's not gonna be easy, of course.
So this is everything for this episode. That it's really long this time.
It's a special episode.
It's a special episode, like XL edition.
Exactly.
Enjoy your day, do what you love, and see you in the next episode.